Yo, what's going on, everyone? We're back. I'm here bringing out another NBA 2K21 rebuild. And today's rebuild, it's going to be a little different. We're going to be doing a New York Knicks realistic rebuild. And it's going to be a very hard rebuild just for the simple fact that the Knicks try to go after some players like Kevin Durant, Kyrie. They're going to try to go after Giannis. They're going to try to go after a lot of free agents. Like, New York is a free agent market. But lately, it really hasn't been a free agent market. Like, their best free agent signing is Julius Randle, who is, I wouldn't say overpaid. I mean, I guess he's kind of overpaid. He is a little bit overpaid. And then they did pay Bobby Portis $15 million too, which I didn't understand that at all. And then they paid Taj Gibson 1 year $9 million, which I get it. I mean, you get him for 1 year, you get that money back next year. It's just, but you have so many big men. You have like 5 power forwards. It seems like you have one, two. I guess they moved Taj Gibson to center. So for this team to do a realistic rebuild, there has been rumors that Chris Paul, they have a trade for Chris Paul where they throw Kevin Knox in. It's like, what's his name? Frank Ntilikina. And then it's like Julius Randle to make the cap work or something like that. I don't know. But I don't think I'm going to go after Chris Paul for this realistic rebuild. I'm going to try to hit on free agency because that's what the Knicks rely on in real life, is hitting on free agents, man. But if you're new to the channel, leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and comment down below what rebuilds y'all would like to see, man. But let's hop into this rebuild. So with the first year, man, we're just going to sim through it. We do have RJ Barrett, who's only a 75 overall. He's not really that good. I do want to send Kevin Knox down in the G League. Maybe he'll go up. Maybe he won't. We don't really know. And Frank Ntilikina, we could also assign to the G League. But then after them two, we don't really have anyone. We could look to send Taj Gibson to a contending team that could use a power forward. He has a 75 mid. No, that's out for picking. He has an 82 mid and almost a 73, so he could help some contending team. But he is 35 years old. So let's see what we could get for Taj Gibson. I'll probably take like 2 seconds for him. I mean, that kind of seems realistic. Just got to get him like off the table, man. Like, I mean, who's the contending team? Like, the Rockets wouldn't do that. The Pistons, no. The Miami Heat, I mean, they've been running a lot of small ball in the playoffs, so I don't really know about that trade. And then there's not really any trades that seem realistic, like the Chicago Bulls, no. The Bucks could get a better backup four, but Taj Gibson really doesn't help because Ersan is the better shooter and Giannis can't really shoot. So this kind of is a no-brainer. Not a trade not to do. So the best trade is pretty much doing this trade, but do they really need a backup four? Because they do got Myers Leonard, Kelly Olynyk, so I'm probably not going to trade Taj Gibson. So we're just going to send the first season, and I'll see how after the first season, man. So we made it to the end of the first season, and we went 22-60, man. That's pretty bad, but what do you expect? It is the New York Knicks. Here's all the stats, man. Our goal is to try to get some free agent to come to New York, but at the same time, we don't know if a free agent will come to New York. We got to hope for the best, man. We could go look at the player stats real quick, actually. And hopefully we can land a good pick. I kind of want the first pick to get James Wiseman, but we don't know right now. So if we look at the player stats, our highest scorer was Julius Randle, which is expected. Then RJ dropped 20 points. He's only a 79 overall. I've seen RJ Barrett go up a lot in 2K, though, to where he ends up being like an 85, 86 overall. So we'll kind of see what happens here. I am bringing it back because for some reason when you do 2K off seasons, they don't pick up his option. They don't end up picking up like Luka Doncic's option. There's like, not Luka, but like other free agents like Michael Porter. It's just something that 2K needs to learn to fix, man. But we are potentially we could potentially trade that first round pick, because that's something the Knicks would try to do to get a star, you know. The Knicks always try to get stars in New York. So if it's something that seems realistic, I might do. But if it's not really realistic, I probably won't end up doing it. But I might just pick a player. Like Pascal Siakam just got Finals MVP, so I'm pretty sure they're not going to trade Pascal Siakam. But we got to see what pick we end up having also. And the New York Knicks are just like a dysfunctional organization, man. It's like they finally hired a coach in Tom Thibodeau, but it's like none of these players really fit Tom Thibodeau's system. Tom Thibodeau likes to he really likes to like play defense and grit and grind and stuff, but none of these players on this team really play defense. So we'll see what happens. I don't even know what pick we ended up with, so let's just sim to the next user pick. We have pick 2, so hopefully James Wiseman fell to us. That would be perfect, man. And James Wiseman was the first one taken. That's so bad, man. I guess we'll get our point guard in LaMelo Ball. That's another rumor that they have, is LaMelo Ball could potentially be there. And we do have another pick. I think it's the Clippers pick that we got from the Mo Harkless or Marcus Morris trade, one of them. And who else is still here, man? Did anyone fall? Irvin White, we don't need another point guard. Sammy White, there's not really much. I know we do kind of need a center. Sammy White, I guess we'll take. He's a paint defender. He could back up. What's his name? He could be our backup, but it does say Irvin White's here. And what's his ceiling, man? It doesn't really say. So if we go to him, does it say his? No. What were his stats in college? 13, 10. Not really that good. We'll just go with him, I guess. And then we'll send him to the end of the draft. And we'll see what the overalls were. So LaMelo Ball was a 81 overall. And then our other dude, where was he? Pick 29. Yeah, so pick 29. He's a 75. And Irvin White was a 68. So we did get the better of the deal, man. Let's go to rookie signs, and we will sign both of these guys. We don't need him. Team player options. We are bringing back RJ Barrett, Kevin Knox. This guy, I guess. He's a three-point shooter. Why not? You need everything right now. So the goal, like I said, man, is to go out and get us a free agent. Frank Ntilikina is a 76 overall now. If we can try to lurk someone to come to or lure them to what do you call it? New York. Like, they say they're gonna go after Giannis, but it's like a big market for Giannis, man. Like, everyone's gonna go after Giannis. Who wouldn't go after Giannis? Like, he's probably gonna go to the Lakers, which leads us to see AD. Would AD go to the Knicks? I mean, he could go to the Knicks, but he'd have to get like Chris Paul to go there too, man. So we'll try to go after Anthony Davis. Paul George would be like a forgotten player to go after if it didn't really work out. And they could. That's pretty much all they would go after. I'm pretty sure they wouldn't go after DeMar DeRozan. So the big three free agents I feel like they would go after are these guys. And I feel like they would try to get Kawhi Leonard too, but at the same time, I don't know if they would get him. So we'll just offer these three. And we do end up getting AD, which I feel like is a more realistic part of him going. I feel like AD, even though they're about to win the NBA championship, I feel like AD could possibly want to go to his own team. He could possibly... Kawhi just went back to Toronto. What the hell? He could possibly want to go to his own team, or he'll probably resign with the Lakers. It's that or that, but I do feel like getting Anthony Davis is somewhat of a win for the Knicks, because they've been trying. Like, every free agent they're going to try to go after Anthony Davis. They're going to try, like I keep saying. So let's see who we have to bring back. And we do got these guys who I don't really want to bring back, so we'll just go to player progression and see what happens. We do got to try to get Chris Paul here, so we can try to get Chris Paul now. And if we get Chris Paul with Anthony Davis, it would honestly be a really good trade for us, because you already have your star, and then you get another star. I'm pretty sure if that's the deal, like, they'll be learning free agents like, oh, we got Chris Paul, if y'all want to come play, because we do have LaMelo Ball too still. And we just got Dennis Smith Jr. for $7 million. That's a disaster, man. So Anthony Davis is a 96. We do got Mitch Robinson, so we got our two players from the front court, and then we do got LaMelo Ball. RJ Barrett went at 5, so this team isn't too bad, man. Kevin Knox is a 77. So if we have any training camps, I would like to get Kevin Knox's untapped potential up a little bit. And this is the part, man, where it gets very difficult, because we got to go out and find, like, a suitor. Like, we got to go out and find Chris Paul. We can't just trade for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, you know? We can't just go trade for this guy and this guy, because it's not realistic. You got to find something that's realistic. It's kind of hard. It really is kind of hard, man. But I hope y'all enjoy these rebuilds, man. I know I'll be talking a lot out of my head, but I really hope y'all be enjoying these rebuilds. That's why I've been making these. I feel like y'all enjoy them, because I've been getting a lot of love and likes on them. And I appreciate all y'all who love and like my videos, man. It means a lot to me. And even when y'all leave comments, it gets me more amped up to make more videos for y'all, man. So for this, I kind of just want to give perimeter shooting to Anthony Davis. Get his perimeter shooting better. So he got a 79 3 and a 74 mid. So now let's head to where we could try to go out and get Chris Paul. This is the big part that we have to go get, man. So let's go to, I want to offer them, honestly, could we even afford Chris Paul? So if we go, because Chris Paul is kind of declining. He's a 86 overall, I was about to say 36 overall, but he's 36 years old. We don't really have that many big contracts, so we could afford him. If we throw him like Frank Ntilikina, the Knicks would acquire 31 million. How would we acquire 31 million? We don't have anyone on big contracts. Like, that makes no sense. We have to throw up Dennis Smith Jr. and possibly Julius Randle. And then we have to take people that aren't really making much money. So if we do this, The Knicks require $4 million still. I don't think there's a way to get Chris Paul, man. Yeah, I heard like Kevin Knox was going to be in the deal, but I kind of want to keep Kevin Knox, and it's just like there's not really a way to do this trade. Like that is giving up way too much. I feel like just for Chris Paul. Like I would like to keep Julius Randle and Kevin Knox, but there's just no way to get Chris Paul's contract on this team whatsoever. We would be acquiring $26 million, so there's no way to get Chris Paul. Let's go see who's rebuilding and see if there's a point guard we can get. The Magic are rebuilding. I don't know why the Nuggets are rebuilding. The Nuggets should never be rebuilding. The Pacers are rebuilding. Did it say the Pistons are contending? The Pistons with this roster are contending. Come on, 2K. The Spurs are rebuilding, but they got Paul George, DeJounte. I don't really feel like they would trade DeJounte. Chris Paul is like the only real good option. Like, I could see D'Angelo Russell coming here, man. But at the same time, it's like what they do. That the Clippers are rebuilding. The Bucks are rebuilding. You could go for Eric Bledsoe. Honestly, he's 31 years old. They could look to be dumping his contract because Giannis did leave him. I feel like going for Eric Bledsoe would be kind of a good spot to go right now. Maybe even Kyle Lowry. Or they traded John Wall to the Hornets. Interesting. Yeah, let's go and look for, who did I just say? I really just, like, my mind just went blank. Oh, yeah, let's go get Eric Bledsoe. I feel like Eric Bledsoe wouldn't be too bad of an option. He's not making that much money either. He's only making $18 million, so we could throw him Frank Ntilikina and then $5 million, which would be, we could throw him, like, no one makes $5 million. That's the problem, man. Everyone is so high overall. Like, we'll throw you Dennis Smith Jr. too, man. These two for Eric Bledsoe. And why does he have a no trade clause? I did not give him a no trade clause, man. Like, are you serious? I did not give that dude a no trade clause whatsoever. And I guess I gotta throw in like all these guys, which, no, I'm taking his no trade clause off. Y'all can say I cheated, but I did not give him a no trade clause, man. So let's just go take his no trade clause off. And no trade clause. Nope. Because I really did not give him a no trade clause. So if we go to propose trade and do that trade again, give him Dennis Smith Jr. for Eric Bledsoe. We would acquire $6 million. Kind of sucks that we have to give up Frank, but it is what it is. So they do accept the trade. So right now we do have Eric Bledsoe, RJ Barrett, Kevin Knox, Anthony Davis, and Mitchell Robinson. That's not bad. We do still have LaMelo Ball coming off the bench. What I could do is I kind of want to see how this pans out. So if we make you the shooting guard, you a small forward, kind of like that. And then you got Eric Bledsoe, LaMelo Ball. This, what? Why would it, no. We'll have RJ Barrett coming off the bench along with Anthony Davis and Mitchell Robinson. Like, this team isn't too bad, but it's not that good yet. I feel like Eric Bledsoe is kind of not that good, man. Like, yeah, he's right there. He's 31, but it's like with realistic trades, you can't. With realistic rebuilds, you can't really go after like the big name point guards and stuff. Like, would they trade? Would they trade D'Angelo Russell? Like, if you go over here and you look at their record they had last year, like if we go look at their standings from last year, what were they last year? See, they were like bound to make the playoffs barely, so you can't really say like they would trade him. If they do bad again, maybe they'll trade him, but I feel like we're good with this roster right now, so we'll see how we do after the first season, man. So we made it into the second season, and we did go 45-37. Not the best, but not the worst. Here's all the stats, man. Nothing really that sticks out too much. We did get... we didn't get anyone, it looks like. Anthony Davis got all defensive first team. I hate how they skip it still. Anthony Davis, Chris Middleton made an All-NBA 13. That's pretty good for the Bucks. I guess the Bucks had a winning record. And yeah, we didn't get anyone on the All-NBA team. It's pretty funny though, the Kawhi did go back to Toronto. We did get the 6th seed though. Not the worst, not the best, like I said. If we look at the player stats, I'm pretty sure Anthony Davis led us in scoring. It was Anthony Davis with 23 points. Only 8 rebounds though. That's kind of a low for Anthony Davis, I believe. Yeah, he usually averages about 10 boards a game. So that's kind of pretty low besides his rookie year and his 2019 year. So I guess last year in real life, he didn't average that many, but he was hurt last year. But then LaMelo Ball had 19 points. Eric Bledsoe had 15 and 5. So that wasn't too bad of a signing for us. Our trading. How did Jakob get on the team? I don't remember getting Jakob. I guess the team signed him or something? I didn't sign him. Signing, the Knicks signed Jakob. I guess the computer signed him because they usually hit automatic for them to do whatever to the roster. So we'll simulate this round, see if we can get past the Nets. It is 1-1, man. 2-1 them. Yeah, I figured we don't have that extra star yet to help us still. I figured we were going to lose. So we got one more year to try to go out and win this, man. Maybe some teams will actually take our first round picks because we're not that good of a squad, you know. And they'll be like, oh, they can get their first round picks. I might try to flip this first round pick with Eric Bledsoe to see if we can get something better. See if there's a team rebuilding that'll give us like, they'll take our first round pick to get another player. Maybe see how the Timberwolves did. Maybe go after D'Angelo Russell. They did not make the playoffs yet again, as y'all can see over here. They did not make the playoffs. So D'Angelo Russell might be one of our targets that we go after. If this stuff can hurry up and simulate, it just takes forever. So if we go to the NBA draft, that's the goal right now, is to potentially try to get D'Angelo Russell. So if we sim to our pick, it's probably like what? We have the 5th pick. I did not know we had the 5th pick. So we are trying to win now, of course. So if we end up going to trade, propose trade, we throw in Eric Bledsoe, and we go over to Minnesota to get D'Angelo Russell, and we throw in this 5th pick. The 5th pick should kind of get him, and they agree to it just like that. They do get the 5th pick. They haven't been losing, so they get back-to-back picks. I feel like if you look at the draft summary, the Timberwolves get this pick, and they get, I guess they didn't have a pick. I guess they traded it. Where is their pick? They did have a losing record. The Warriors got it from Minnesota, so they could have back-to-back picks, but the Warriors ended up taking their pick. So we'll just send to the end of the draft. We do get our star point guard now with Anthony Davis, who could potentially be the star shooting guard if we really need him to be. They drafted us Sam Williamson, a rookie, I guess. Why not? This dude's a 75 in the 2nd round. I'll take him. And we'll take both of these guys. And then qualifying, no team player options. RJ Barrett, yes. I don't know why they never accept that deal, man. It's kind of annoying. Qualifying offers, Kevin Knox, yes. We'll just bring all these guys back. And then free agency, we just got to bring our dudes back, man. Like Mitchell Robinson, yes, we want to bring Mitchell Robinson back. And then Julius Randle, I would like to bring back, but for $20 million, that's kind of a lot, man. Is there any free agents out here that would like to sign with us, though, if we think about it? Stephen Curry wouldn't come here, I don't think. Kyrie, no. Lonzo. They did try to go after Kyrie in real life, but we just get D'Angelo Russell. Luka wouldn't come here, I don't feel like. They did try to go after Kevin Durant. We could try to go after Kevin Durant. Do we have enough? No. I mean, I could try to get Kyrie. They did try to go after him in real life, so if worst comes to worst, man, we could try to go after Kyrie. We came in at 4 Kyrie. So we're just going to bring back our dudes. We came in at 4 Zach LaVine, really. Blake Griffin, out of his prime, bring him in. That'd be funny, but now we're not going to do that. So we do bring our players back. And we just gotta hope they progress. We do got D'Angelo Russell. We do got LaMelo Ball still. If we can just get like that one small forward, could we bring back, honestly? Could we bring back? We gotta bring back Kevin Knox still. But I'm thinking, could we bring back Jakob still? Let's see if it lets us bring Jakob, and it does. So I'll just take Jakob for shits and giggles, I guess. And then small forwards. Did they really re-announce the rights on Kevin Knox? I hope we get him back, man. That would suck if we don't get Kevin Knox back because the game wants to re-announce rights that I didn't re-announce. But all in all, man, I really do feel like that this team it's not that bad yet for doing a realistic rebuild. Let me know down in the comment section if these rebuilds are realistic to y'all. Kind of feel like it's kind of is and isn't. LaMelo Ball went to a 87 overall. D'Angelo Russell is an 87. So this team isn't too bad, man. We could look to move, what's his name still. So if we go to training camps, I do still want to get LaMelo Ball, his defense up a little bit. I don't think he's that good of a defender. So other than that, man, besides getting LaMelo Ball's defense up, this team is pretty good, man, for doing a realistic rebuild. Y'all let me know down in the comment section if y'all think this is realistic or not. I feel like this is close to as realistic as you can get. Maybe I could do a little better, but let me know. If we go to, honestly, I want to give big man defense to I want to give it to Mitchell Robinson to get it better. He got a 97 block now, and his shot and all that is good. So let's go over here to advance to next season. And then if we go to, like, this team isn't too bad, like I said, but if we can find someone to take Kevin Knox, because Kevin Knox has been in rumors to be traded because he hasn't lived up to his potential. So if we do Kevin Knox a first and like 2 firsts, can we see what we can get? Like, it has to be realistic, of course. It can't just be like some 80 overall. That wouldn't really happen. And none of these trades really stick out. So if we go and look at the team intel and see who's rebuilding, so the Pacers are rebuilding, but I just don't see how this team is rebuilding with all these 80s and overall. So we're not going to go to them. If we go to the Pistons, they are rebuilding. We could try to get OG Anunoby. That wouldn't be too bad. Rebuilding are the Spurs. We could honestly get Gordon Hayward, take off that big contract for them. But like I said, I don't know if that would work. Gordon Hayward or maybe Paul George. Rebuilding are the Suns. Then you got the Timberwolves, who we already took D'Angelo from. There's not really that many small forwards that are rebuilding. Like Chris Middleton, they wouldn't trade him. We could go, Kevin Porter Jr. is young, they wouldn't trade him. Like, there's not really that many small forwards that are right there that are, not that good or bad. It says the Kings are rebuilding. We could try to go for Buddy Hield maybe. If we go to proposed trade and head to Kevin Knox and we head to the Kings. If not, we would acquire $10 million. And who makes $10 million here? Jakob does, which I don't really want to give Jakob up. So it looks like we can't really afford him. So it looks like we're out of luck here for small forwards, honestly. Kind of sucks. It did say that the Pacers were rebuilding, but like I said, with all these 80s, you're not really rebuilding. We couldn't even afford TJ Warren even if we wanted to. So is there a free agent out here? Like Gary Trent Jr., could we actually even afford him? We could. I feel like that's kind of cheating though, but pretty sure the Knicks would throw anybody money. I could have got Mikal Bridges actually, and we did need a small forward. But he is a better shooter. So if we look at our team, we do not have a backup point guard. Gary Trent Jr. is our backup shooting guard. So let's see, man. Let's see real quick. We have one. I'm messing up. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 with the center and Jakob. Jakob could actually be extendable because I forgot we had this center, and the center's not as bad. So maybe we could put Jakob and Kevin Knox on the trade block to get a small forward. I forgot we had that other center. So if we do this in a first round pick, let's check real quick. I know this is kind of taking forever, man, but let's just see if there's like that small forward that could start for us. And not really, man. Like Jabari Parker, no. Otto Porter for 277 is not really. Yeah, there's not really much. So I'm just going to stick it out with this rotation. So it's going to be D'Angelo Russell, LaMelo Ball, Kevin Knox, Anthony Davis, and Mitchell Robinson with Gary Trent Jr., Julius Randle, RJ Barrett, and Sammy White, that's the third. With Jakob off the bench. I'm kind of surprised that RJ Barrett hasn't really progressed in this rebuild. But we're going to see how this team does, man. I really wish they would start him, but it is what it is, man. So we made it to the end of the final season, guys, and we went 69-13. That's ridiculous. Like, that's crazy. Here's the stats. You got Luka, Evan Mobley, Cade Cunningham for the Warriors, Giannis, Keelan Hayes, and Tom Thibodeau got Coach of the Year as we went 69-13. Anthony Davis did make All-NBA first team for us. All-NBA second team. We did get D'Angelo Russell, so D'Angelo Russell really had a good season for us. And then no one else made the All-NBA third team. And then the All-Defensive team, Anthony Davis did make it while no one else did. And the All-Rookie team, we did not have one, but let's see if the Minnesota Timberwolves. So they did take Jalen Suggs, and he did make it for them. He's an 81 overall. So that's a good pick for them. And it did actually get them to the playoffs, surprisingly. So I guess trading D'Angelo Russell really helped the Timberwolves as it got them to the playoffs as a 4 seed. And for us, it got us the 1st seed. So it looks like it was a win-win for both teams. If we look at the player stats, I want to check out D'Angelo Russell. He had 26 and 9 for us. That's very good for him. Anthony Davis had 23 and 11. LaMelo Ball had 18 and 5. I like a little bit more production from him. He had 7 assists. My bad. I was looking at rebounds. He did good, man. My bad. Julius Randle had 12 and 6. And then Mitch Robinson had a double-double. Gary Trent had 11 points off the bench. And then RJ Barrett He just wasn't really that good for this rebuild. I don't know why. But let's simulate the playoffs, man. We should honestly just get our revenge against the Brooklyn Nets, who did take us out last year in 5 games. We should just sweep them to get our revenge. And we do give them a game, and we do end up getting past them in a gentleman's sweep. Luckily for us, Anthony Davis had 35, 6, and 3. D'Angelo Russell had 32 and 13. And then Ball had 18 and 9. We are taking on the Chicago Bulls now, who we should honestly get past. I would be surprised if we didn't. We are up 2-1 on them. It is 2-2. This is a very close series. 3-2 us, and we do win in 6. In the closeout game, Bobo had 29 and 13 for them. Wow. But D'Angelo Russell had 44 for us. Holy cow, man. And then Anthony Davis had 28 and 8 for us. And then it's the 1 versus 2 seed, the Hawks versus the Knicks. Who will win? And it looks like the Knicks are just going to sweep right through them. And we do end up winning in 5. We are taking on the Lakers, Anthony Davis' former team. But in this closeout game, Russell had 41 and 12. Anthony Davis had 35 and 9. Can we honestly win a chip here? This would be great if we could win the chip. And it looks like we are. It looked like we were, man. Oh, shit. Let's simulate with Simcast. And it looks like the Lakers are about to win the chip. It's only a 3-point game. Come on, man. Yeah, we did come back and win, thankfully. Getting to game 7, man. Russell had 22. Ball had 20. Anthony Davis kind of stunk it up a bit. Come on, man. We got to win this final game here. We are in New York, where everyone's going to be, man. Come on, man. We're up. Come on, don't blow it. It's a close series, man. It's a really, yeah, we got this. We blew them out. And we did end up winning the NBA Finals with the New York Knicks. As let's see, I think D'Angelo Russell's going to be Finals MVP, man. And let's see who it is. And it is D'Angelo Russell, man. D'Angelo Russell had 28 points, 4 rebounds, 10 assists, 2 steals a game. He shot 50% from the field and 47% from the 3-point line. That's going to be in the video, guys. Leave a like if you enjoy it. Comment down below if y'all think this was a realistic rebuild. I kind of feel like this was realistic. It was one of the top realistic. Let me know what I can do to get better at those realistic rebuilds. And I'll catch y'all next time, guys. Peace.